Hey guys and welcome to the channel. My name is Aditya and today we are going to talk about UFC 2. So this was my very first experience watching a live UFC event on television as I'm very new to this MMA world. So why am I making this video? So as a martial artist who is trying to make a career out of this sports, I would like to know more about this. At the same time, I would like to give my views on the fight that I just watched for the first time. So if you don't know, I'm just 2 months old to this sports, so I may not know the names of the fighters or their background or some technical terms related to MMA. But I guess this is how we learn, and this is how I and you will get to know more about this sports. So let's start. So the first fight of the main card was between Hardy versus De Castro, which was a heavyweight bout. My first impression looking at the fighters was Hardy will win the match because looking at the physique, I thought Hardy was very well built and De Castro was a little out of shape, but you never know. So in the first round, De Castro started very well. He was very aggressive. He was throwing some good leg kicks and the impact was clearly seen on Hardy's leg. At the same time, Hardy was still very much active and trying to engage in fight, but I feel that De Castro was the one who was very aggressive and trying to move forward again and again in the first round. So talking about the first round, it definitely goes to De Castro, and he was already in the eyes of judges, I guess. So in the second round, I expected De Castro to do the same thing, and he was doing the same thing, but during one leg kick, I guess he injured his toe. So he again tried to go with a leg kick on Hardy's left leg, but Hardy stepped behind and that kick got hit to the knee of the right leg of Hardy. So from there the match really changed, and in the third round De Castro did nothing but just went behind, and Hardy was the one who was moving forward and attacking more this time. So the match went to the judges and the result was very obvious for the judges, and it was very easy for them to make, and Hardy won the match by unanimous decision. Talking about the fight, I would like to talk about De Castro that he started very well. He was already in the eyes of the judges. Yes, he got injured in the second round, but I guess he could have engaged more in punches after that. Maybe the injury would have been more that he was not able to move his feet and he was not able to move properly. But you are already in the eyes of the judges, so at least you can try to engage in punches, if not kicks. So I guess that could have been done, but you never know what is going and what the fighter is going through. So I'll not complain De Castro about that. So this was the first match, and I didn't expect anything more from this fight as I didn't knew the fighters. So that was it. So the second fight was between Jeremy Stephens and Calvin Kattar, which was a featherweight bout. Again, मुझे fighters के बारे में इतना नहीं पता था, but I have heard about Jeremy Stephens and I have seen him. I guess I had seen him with Dominic Cruz in his fighting camp, training with him. Apart from that, मैंने उसकी fight पहले कभी देखी नहीं थी. But again, if I talk about my first impression, Jeremy Stephens definitely looked more aggressive, and he was the one I thought will be dominating more than Calvin Kattar, and he did obviously from the first round. So as I said, Jeremy Stephens was being more aggressive and was dominating the fight. He was doing good punches, he was going with good leg kicks, but at the same time Calvin Kattar with his footwork, I guess, was able to maintain that distance and was able to check most of his kicks. So checking a kick means to block that kick, just for those who don't know about MMA and the terms. So before the end of the first round, Calvin Kattar was able to catch Jeremy with his right hand. I like his footwork very much and the way he threw the combination of 1-2, that is jab and cross. So he went with the jab by stepping forward and again stepped forward with a cross. So I can relate this combination to karate because this is the most common combination of technique that is done in a kumite match, that is kizamezuki and gyakuzuki, where kizamezuki or jab while stepping forward is done to cover the distance or to fake, and then cross or the gyakuzuki is the main technique to score or to knock out the person. So as you know, in the second round, Calvin Kattar won by TKO, which he went with an elbow to Jeremy. So I observed one thing that when you see Jeremy's punches, the punches were very circular in motion, that is he used more hooks and overhand, which requires the opponent to be very close. On the other hand, Calvin Kattar was the one who was throwing straight punches स्ट्रेट पंचेस का ये एडवांटेज है कि यू completely open up your hand, which helps you to give that more reach and helps you connect more. And that technical difference in punches made a very important role for Calvin Kattar to win the fight, because I guess Calvin Kattar had planned to throw an elbow. As I said, Jeremy was throwing circular punches. So for that, you need the opponent to be very close or in your range. So when you see that elbow, before that, Calvin Kattar stepped in with a jab, and he closed the distance, which made Calvin Kattar come in the range of Jeremy. So Jeremy could throw his punches. But then immediately after that, from such a close distance, throwing a cross is not very impactful. So he went with an elbow, and it was a very good technique and good planning by Calvin Kattar. So after that, Calvin Kattar throwed a left elbow, which cut Jeremy open on the forehead, and then the match was over. So this is what I observed from this fight. So this was my second best fight on this card, and I would like to see Calvin Kattar more in the future, and I would like to see how he fights. So the third fight was between Francis and the guy who got knocked out in 20 seconds by Francis. So there is nothing much to talk about this fight. This fight got ended in 20 seconds, and I already knew that it is going to end in the first round, but itna jaldi hoga pata nahi tha. And Francis definitely has a lot of power. He has one of the strongest punches in UFC. So fight mein itna kuch nahi tha. Francis charged up, and Francis connected the other guy with the fourth punch. बाकी चारों पंच ऐसे ही wild throw किए थे. So that was all about the fight, and there's nothing to say much about this fight. So let's move to the next fight, which was between Henry Cejudo and Dominick Cruz, who is one of my favorite UFC fighters. So the fight was for bantamweight championship, and I was obviously backing Dominick Cruz because I love the way he fights, and most importantly, I love the way he moves, his footwork and everything. But जैसे मैंने बोला कि this was my first time watching a live fight. इसके पहले मैंने डोमिनिक क्रूज के सिर्फ हाइलाइट्स देखे थे. सो मुझे आइडिया नहीं था कि इतना फुटवर्क होगा, क्योंकि आई थॉट इट वॉज वे टू मच ऑफ फुटवर्क. And Henry Cejudo did a very good job by going on legs of Dominick Cruz. क्योंकि अगर once you chop the leg of the opponent, then it is very difficult to move and do the same footwork that he used to do. So Henry Cejudo was doing very well, and definitely the first round went to Henry Cejudo. Dominick Cruz is very good in countering, but was not able to connect proper punches. He tried to take down Henry Cejudo for a couple of times, but Henry Cejudo is also very good wrestler, and he sprawled very fast, and he didn't give any chance for Cruz to take him down. In the second round, as you know, Henry Cejudo caught Dominick Cruz by his knee. Actually, वो kick, he was trying to go for a kick again, but मैं जैसे बोला कि कभी कभी ज़्यादा ही मूवमेंट और फुटवर्क हो जाता है. सो आई विल से दैट डोमिनिक क्रूज़'s footwork and movement made him lose this fight, because he went on the way of the kick and then he was caught by the knee. So definitely Henry Cejudo fought very well, and he was doing what was planned by his coaches and by him. At the same time, when I talk about Dominick Cruz, जैसे मैंने बोला कि ज़्यादा ही कभी फुटवर्क होता है. And one of the strength of Dominick Cruz is to create different angles and hit you. But here you have to knock a person down. If you're just trying to take the fight in the last round and win by unanimous decision, if you just want to take the fight to the judges, then it is okay that you are scoring and touching the opponent. But when you talk about knocking the person out, the way Dominick Cruz moves, or the way he creates the angle, will not give him that impactful punches to knock an opponent down. So there are times you need to change something. So if you want to knock a person down with your punch, you have to do the orthodox, or you have to go with the orthodox way, or I guess you have to find a way in your own technique to knock a person down. So now let's talk about the stoppage. So I'll not be biased, but I feel that the stoppage was early and immature. And we could easily see that Dominic was trying to get up. So first he was on force, उसके दोनों हाथ और दोनों पैर नीचे थे, but then he used the cage and was trying to get up. So at that moment the referee stopped. So I would like to agree with one of the Dominic's point that he mentioned that when you are rising up, how can you stop a fight when the fighter is trying to get up. But after the knockdown, if the fighter was going down and you stop the fight, then that's okay. But the fighter was trying to get up, and he was definitely trying to get up, and it was clearly seen. Talking about the retirement, I don't know about that, because जैसे मैंने बोला I'm just following the sports right now, so I don't know about Henry Cejudo much. This was the first time I saw Henry Cejudo fighting, so मुझे इतना कुछ पता नहीं था. So let's talk about the interim lightweight championship match, which was between Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje, which was the main event. So I was betting for Tony Ferguson because I like the way he fight. He is a very unique fighter, and I like the way he moves. I guess it is everyone's way of expressing themselves, and I like that about Tony. And yes, Justin is also one of my favorite fighters just because of his striking, the power he generates while punching. And दोनों fighters की मैंने बस पहले fights के highlights देखे थे, and this was the first time I was watching them live, and I was very excited. I knew that Tony was very difficult to get knocked out. At the same time, I guess Justin also knew that in one of his interview or one of his vlogs, I guess he said that yes, it is very difficult for me to knock him down. He also knew that, and I thought that the plan of Justin's team and Justin was to take the fight to the judges and win by unanimous decision, which he was trying to. But at the same time, he throws some very accurate and very strong and very fast punches during the fight, which I loved to watch. And the sound of the punches when it was connected was it felt very good for the ears. But yes, it was not good for Tony Ferguson. Talking about Justin Gaethje, I like the way he fought this time because मैंने पहले जो highlights देखे थे, he goes very wild while punching. But today's Justin's fight was way more different than he fought before. It was one of his best fights, and I guess he knew that, as I said, he knew that the fight will go till the last round, and he wanted to take to the last round. He also knew that Tony has a very good cardio and will definitely keep on coming forward till the last round, and Tony did that. Now talking about Tony, yes, Tony took a lot of punches, and as we all know, Tony has a very good chin, but वो बोलते हैं ना कि at some point there is a breaking point of a particular thing, and वो हुआ in the last round because Justin was able to punch him a lot of times, and in every round Justin was able to connect good punches and very strong punches on Tony. So Tony was still able to take it and was moving forward, but Tony was not able to attack properly. Tony only connected one proper uppercut at the end of the second round, and I guess if there was more time, then Justin would have been knocked out. But Justin, I will not say Justin was lucky, but everything was going right for Justin. And now let me share my view on this fight and what I thought. So let's talk about Tony. For example, if I am having an ability to take a lot of punches and still able to stand there and move forward, so you know that is my strength. But why not to add an extra layer of strength, an extra layer of shield to that? For example, why not to block punches and to move away from punches? Like, you know your chin is very strong, but if you just add an extra layer of strength or the shield or defense by just blocking the punches or blocking the attacks, then I thought, then I guess Tony could have survived and then could have even finished the match if he wanted. But you never know. He's a very unique fighter, and this is the way he fights, and this is the way he likes to fight. But as a fighter, if you want to win a fight, then you have to do some changes in the fight, and at the exact same time. Same to Dominic Cruz as well. I thought there was too much of footwork, and which can definitely take up a lot of energy. When I look at that, I myself get very tired looking at the footwork. I also like to do a lot of footwork and move a lot, but there is time that you have to change sometimes looking at the opponent and looking at the situation. So this was all about UFC 249 main card. So there were no people or no audience in the stadium, but it didn't made any difference, and I enjoyed it a lot. So this was my first time talking about MMA and UFC, and I would like to do this more, and I would like to learn more about it. So that was it for today, and this was a very new thing that I decided to do. और वैसे भी कुछ करने के लिए है नहीं अभी, so this was a very good content for this quarantine period. So we'll keep on making some new things like this related to martial arts and everything, and we'll talk about it, discuss it, practice it, and do everything. So do like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll meet you in the next video. Cheers.